Guys, so in today's video I am finally going to remove these nails which I've had for 6 weeks. This is all the growth that I have. It looks gross, but it's just how my nails are. It's how they grow. I try to push back my nails so that they don't grow with the actual nail. If you've watched one of the videos where I explained what happens, then you will know that actually my nails grow with the skin attached to them. So I was just trying to push that down. But anyway, I am going to finally remove these. I've had these for 6 weeks, but I've had this design for 1 week. So I just thought I'm actually starting to get bored. Yeah, I'm just starting to get bored with all these fills. I really did want to see how long I would go with these nails, but I think I will try this trend again in the future. So for now, I'm just going to remove these nails. They still look good, but I'm really bored. I'm going to be away for 2 weeks, so I won't be filming for 2 weeks. So I need to do nails that I would be comfortable to have for 2 weeks. So yeah, for the voiceover for this video, I will be answering the questions that you see on screen. I got these from Pinterest also. The video is quite long, 33 minutes, and I only got 15 questions. When I scan through the questions, they look quite simple, so I hope I will do enough talking. But yeah, for the nail set that I'm removing, this finger particularly, I actually lost my planet charm. If you've watched my previous video, not the previous video, but the video where I did these nails, the galaxy nails, then you would know that I had a galaxy charm, or not a galaxy charm, a planet charm on that finger. I lost it, and I remember I was actually out with a friend and we were having not hot wings, but chicken barbecue wings. And I felt the charm fall, and I was just like, I'm not going to look for it. It's fine. It was meant to happen, but you know what it is. Anyway, so let me answer the first question. It says here, what's the funniest word you know? The funniest word I know? Wow, I don't know. Actually, I can't think of one now. I really cannot think of one now. But I'm thinking of something now. So it's in Tsonga. My home language is Tsonga. So there was a time that my mom was tripping a lot, like when she would walk, her feet would just tangle. And I remember, and I'm saying tangle because that's how she described it, but she described it in Tsonga. She was like, I feel like my legs pringana, and I'm like, what is that? And she basically described it as being like tangling, and that was funny to me at the time. Now that I'm talking about it, I'm just like, oh, okay, it's it's not as, but it was funny to me because the way she said it, I'm like, what? Pringana, what is that? But I can't think of the funniest word. I feel like when something is funny, it gets to a point where it isn't funny anymore. Or when you're emotional about something, you get to a point where you're not emotional about it anymore. But yeah, I was showing the length of my nails, you guys. I was so proud of my nails. Like, I never grow my nails, so that is, I think, the longest I've grown my nails. And I think I've had my nails like that long before, when I would use nail polish on my nails before I started doing, I had started doing acrylic and all of that, or rather extensions. But at that period of time, my nail journey, I was just like, I need to give my nails a break. And they had grown just like this pointer finger here, and I was actually proud because they were not breaking and stuff. So yes, there was a point where I would just use nail polish and not gel, and they looked cute. But yeah, it just reminded me of back in those days. Oh guys, I am actually super cold. I am so cold right now. I am actually doing this voiceover on the 10th of July. It is super cold. My fingers are freezing. I need to do a water bottle before I carry on with this voiceover. Okay, so I've got my water bottle with me. Oh, it is so cold. Winter is indeed upon us, but it is what it is. The second question is, which 5 words do you think best describe you? Number 1, very emotional. Okay, well, words. Emotional. That's number one. Second is impulsive. Third is smart, beautiful. And the last one is focused. I'm a focused baby girl. I think it's time that I start to use positive words to describe myself. I think it's a good thing, you know, because there's a time in my life where I was so uncomfortable with speaking highly of myself, and I felt like everything in my life would go upside down. You know, when you speak poorly of yourself, you're gonna see poor results in your life. So I'm at the point in my life where I just feel like I need to be comfortable with speaking positively about myself, describing myself using positive words, and seeing myself in a positive light. So yeah, I need to be comfortable with that and not be apologetic about it. If you could be invincible for a day, what would you do? Oh, if I would be invincible. Actually, this is something I would always think about. If I was invincible, I would literally get on a flight, go to the richest people I know. Oh, okay, well, for a day. Go to the richest person I know and just, you know, be in the same room as them and just hear what they've got to say. Like how they think, what they do. I just want to see what successful people do. But a day is not enough. A day is not enough. But if it was just a day, then I would have to find someone locally, you know, maybe someone in South Africa. I don't know. Because the first person I'm thinking about is Oprah. I was also thinking of Swaggy C, the trader. Yeah, like I'm just thinking of people who aren't in South Africa. But I would have to find someone in South Africa. Maybe Patrice Motsepe. Is it Patrice Motsepe? I just know his surname, Motsepe. I'm not sure if it's Patrick or Patrice Motsepe. Then I'll try to find out where they stay and just be in a room with them, hear their conversations, hear how they think, you know, through what they say, obviously, and just see what they do. Because, child, I also want to be there. I want to get there, you know. That's what I would do if I would be invincible for a day. What makes you a good friend? I think I am considerate. Like I said, I am a very emotional person. So I feel like I tend to put myself in the next person's shoes, usually my friends. And if I can be of help, I be of help. You know, I am there for my friends. I believe so. If not, then I don't know. I feel like that's the most important. Also, that's what I feel like I would appreciate from my friends. So that's the first thing I thought about. Like, if you can put yourself in my shoes and understand what I'm going through and be there to help me, I would appreciate that. So I feel like I'm also like that. I tend to treat others the way I would like to be treated. Sometimes it's unfortunate that we don't think the same as humans, but you know, it is what it is. That is just my opinion of why I am a good friend. I think that's a question I would have to ask my friends, which aren't a lot. I think I've got 2 friends. I've got 2 friends, and then the rest are just like acquaintances. I'm not gonna mention names because you know. What is your favorite color? My favorite color is purple. Sometimes I have a love for yellow, which makes sense because my mom used to tell me that when I was younger, I used to love yellow. I would want everything to be yellow. My baby chair was yellow. My umbrella at the time was yellow. I loved yellow dresses. And I'm like, it makes sense because there are days where I just wake up and I'm like, oof, yellow. And I feel like purple grew onto me because my mom loves purple. So between yellow and purple, like those colors are mine. I love those colors. And I think I'm starting to love black. I don't know if I have a favorite color like all time. I have seasons where I just feel yellow, and I think that will be summer because it screams bright, you know, summery. Purple is more, you know, royalty, wealth. I don't know. Black is just mostly how I feel. I just want to be in my own space. People associate black with darkness, and I'm like, I don't know. I just feel like black is simple to navigate through, whether it's with clothes and everything. It's simple, you know. You don't have to think too much. I love black, but anyway, I don't know. I don't have a specific favorite color, but if I were to say one, I'll just say purple. And then, who is your best friend? This is so funny because I just said I didn't want to mention names, but I've got two. I've got two best friends. One is Nani Sidu. I'm gonna put their Instagrams on screen. I mean, not that you guys care, but I'll just do that just to shout my friends out. So one is Nani Sidi and the other is Baba Lodigobo. I love these girls so much. These are my best friends. They are my best friends. What do you want to be when you grow up? When I grow up, I want to be a rich aunt. That's what I want to be. That's the first thing that came to mind, and I will stick to it. If you could go anywhere in the world on holiday, where would you go? Oh my goodness, I haven't traveled much, so I obviously want to go everywhere. But yes, I really just want to travel everywhere. But I feel like the first country I'd like to go to outside of South Africa, the first one maybe Fiji. I'm not sure. But the fact that that was the first country I thought about. Is it an island? I think it's an island, Fiji. I want to go there. My dad has been there. He's been to many countries, you know. But I feel like Fiji was... I just want to go there. And just... I want to go everywhere. But yeah, anyway. Do you want to get married one day? My first answer would be no. But now I'll just say maybe. With terms and conditions, obviously. Out of community of property without accrual, please. But my first answer would normally be no, I don't want to get married. How many children would you like? How ironic is this? 8 or nothing. The fact that I don't want to get married, but I'm thinking of having 8 kids or nothing, and I'm like, how am I even gonna get those kids if I don't want to get married? So that's why I said now I would say maybe I do want to get married. And kids, I want 8 or nothing. For real. I want a big family. I grew up in a small family. I don't want to say small. I mean, I grew up in a blended family, so it made us big, but we weren't really united. Like, I look at the Storms. I'm gonna put their Instagram on screen. This family is the best. Like, these parents of 12 kids, I'm like, that house must be crazy. And I also love is it the Maisleys? Is it the Maisleys? I used to watch them a long time ago, but I feel like now I don't really watch them much on YouTube. So on Instagram I see a lot of the Storms and I follow them too. So it just, you know, like, I get drawn to bigger families. I feel like it's because I haven't grown up in a big family. But like I said, I did grow up in a blended family, but we weren't as united as I would have liked us to be. So yeah, the Maisleys, I think. Oh, I hope I'm saying it right because I haven't watched them in a long time. And the Storms, those are like, you know, when you look at those families, I'm like, oh, this is so cute. This is amazing. Like, if you have your whole squad at home, obviously not all of you are gonna get along all the time, but that's the whole point of family. Like, you have a relationship. There's gonna be times where you guys have difficulties and all, but having the whole squad at home, oh, child. I think the difficulties I've had from growing up in a smaller family and also seeing my mom growing up in a smaller family, because I'm the only girl and my mom is the only girl, so that's why she's my friend and she's my bestie. Like, I'm her sister, she's my sister. She doesn't have a sister, I don't have one. Well, from my dad's side I do, but my mom's kids, I'm the only girl, you know. I feel like the difficulties with the smaller family is that you don't have much help when there's something you have to do as a family. There's just not enough of you to cover a lot of things, you know. Whereas with a bigger family, at least there's numbers. I'm not saying everyone will contribute, because even with the smaller families, you, out of maybe 4 or 3 of your siblings, if you're like four, if there's 5 of you, or if there's just 3 of you, maybe you're the only one who is quite helpful in the family, you know. Or if there's 4 of you, maybe 2 of you are like quite helpful. So obviously with bigger numbers, there might be just a few people in the family that are like, you know, thoughtful or helpful around the house or whatever. But I would hope that all my kids, all 8 of them, would be very helpful around the house. You know, I would hope that they would be very thoughtful, so we have more hands, like together we can, you know how it is. So yeah. How old are you when you become an adult? How old are you when you become an adult? I don't know what this question means, or does it mean how old was I when I became an adult? I'll take it as that, and I'll say I'm still not an adult, so I don't know. I feel like, yes, my age says I'm an adult, but I feel like I'm catching up. Like I still don't feel like an adult. I really don't. Not to say I don't take responsibility. I do. I actually went back to school because I just felt like I needed to correct some stuff that I didn't do right back when I was young. I just felt like some things I was just not ready for, and only now I'm ready for them, you know. So even with that, you know, me going back to varsity, attending class with kids, I don't feel out of place. So I feel like I'm in a right place, and I feel like I belong where I am, you know. So that's why I say I feel like I'm not an adult yet. I mean, my age, yes, I'm almost 30, but I still don't feel like an adult. But I do take responsibility when I have to. I'm not irresponsible, but in my head, child, I'm still young. And then, what are you good at? I'm good at nails, I'm good at drawing, and I'm good at math. Those are the first 3 things that I could think of, and I don't want to go any further. If you had a superpower, what would it be? Being invincible, obviously, because like I said, I did think about being invincible before. If not invincible, then being what's the other one? There's being invincible, and then there's being, oh my goodness, why do I forget this? Okay, no, I don't know. Being invincible is the one, because obviously I would like to be in rooms where the successful people are, and just to listen to their conversations and how they think and what they do, and, you know, apply that in my life. So that is the superpower I would like to have. If not that, then maybe, you know, reading thoughts. Like, I would like to hear what you're thinking about. There's a lot of things that I would like to know, because there are certain behaviors that you don't understand when it comes to people, and you're just like, what does this person think? Like, what was this person thinking about when they did that, you know? So I think, yeah, mind reading or thought reading or whatever, that would be my second choice. But most importantly, or rather my number 1, would be being invincible. If you had one wish, what would it be? To read minds? Okay, no, I would wish for my mom to live longer than I do. No questions about that. I know it's, yeah, that's what I would wish for. I don't even want to, you know, elaborate on that. What are you scared of? Snakes. I have an abnormal fear of snakes. I remember going to the zoo, and the fact that we're in a zoo, obviously you're gonna see animals that you would normally not see on a day-to-day basis, like, you know, baboons, gorillas, whatever, giraffes and stuff like that. And they're gonna be some of the, obviously, if you had one chase you, like, there was a time when we went to a game reserve and I had green hair, and I remember taking a selfie with a lion in my background, and that like people were taking selfies, but I was in the bus, and I decided, okay, let me go out and take a selfie with this lion because it's so beautiful. Behind it was a like all white lion. It just looked unreal. So I was like, let me take a selfie, and I took a selfie, and that lion looked at me. I saw the lion look at me through my camera behind me, and it stood up, and I ran my direction. And then the people who were there, like the game reservers, I don't know what they call them, they told me that my hair is attracting them because it's green, and the whole camouflage situation that I didn't really understand. And I was like, no way. So obviously there are animals that you'd be scared of like normally, but I remember seeing snakes in a zoo, and my skin, like I just couldn't take it. I just can't. No. So I have a huge fear of snakes. I can't. I really don't want to see a snake on the loose. Please, like the way people in Limpopo always see snakes, you know, and stuff like. I'm like, I pray I don't see a snake. The way you would see like monkeys walking around, you know, in certain places. I'm like, please, Lord, may you please be with me that I never see a snake on the loose ever, because I don't know what I would do. If I can't take seeing a snake in a zoo inside that glass thingy, I can't. No, it just, oof, no, I can't. Anyway, like I said, this video is long, and I am out of the 15 questions. I've got other questions on Pinterest. I'm not sure if I should just, let me see if I can get more questions. Okay, so I got more questions. I think there's 10 questions from 76 to 86. Also from Pinterest. It was a screenshot taken from TikTok. Hanchoud Hari. I don't know how to pronounce that, but yeah. Number 76 says, what's one thing that bothers you? One thing that bothers me. How crazy is it that I can't think about one thing that bothers me right now? I think it's because I try to block out anything that is negative, because I've lived negatively for the longest time. So I try very hard to just think positively, even when it's hard. But one thing I would say that bothers me is people who find it easy to disturb other people's peace, like unprovoked. Like, what makes you want to come into my life when you've seen how peaceful it was, only for you to come and become the storm in my life? Like, why would you want to do that, you know? So there are people who just, I don't know, they thrive from shaking your life and turning it upside down. There's just something about that bothers me, and I'm like, why don't you leave me alone? If you thrive from chaos, why don't you live your life in chaos without involving other people? But anyway, that's something I don't have control over. If I did have control over that, I would literally change that and just, keep chaotic people with chaotic people and let them not cross paths with people who are just at peace, But yeah, what is your biggest fear? Okay, I did mention that with the previous questions. Snakes are my biggest fear. Saddest memory. Why does it feel like these questions are like about sad moments? I don't know. My saddest memory, I don't know. I think I have multiple. The first thing I'm thinking about what comes to mind right now is that I've had multiple incidents where I've loved or I've loved someone more than they loved me, and I may mean this like in a friendship sense. I've had friendships where I felt like I would, cross an ocean for them, whereas they wouldn't even, jump over a river for me. So those are sad moments for me, where I feel like I can do, or rather I can go a whole mile for you and do a lot for you and make sure that you're okay, but you don't even think of me in that way. Then that is sad. I think that is my saddest memory. That's a sad thing I'm thinking about right now. I don't want to think about the exact same thing, that the exact situation that made me sad, because I block a lot of things out, so that would take me a while to think. Anyway, do you want to be famous? No, I don't want to be famous. No, I don't want to be famous. No, please. I like my privacy. What's something you dream of doing? I dream of being rich and just helping the needy, because I know what that feels like, to need something and just be so hopeless and not know what to do, where to go. It's crazy. So I would want to be that person to a lot of people who are in need. So yeah, that is one thing I dream of, and obviously starting with the close people around me and stuff like that. But let's not get into detail. What do you value the most in a friendship? And I also think I mentioned this with the previous questions. If you can put yourself in my shoes and understand what I'm coming from and where I'm coming from, and you are willing to help and you actually do help and not just sympathize with me. There are people who are just there to listen to your problems and not even offer solutions. I'm not necessarily saying that you should solve my problems, but I'm saying at least help me think of something I can do to better my situation, like I don't like speaking about my problems, but when I do, it's because I'm expecting help, whether it's in advice or physical help, like you actually taking the initiative to help me. So there's something about people who just like want to hear your problems, and then all they say is, oh, what are you gonna do? Oh, sorry. And I'm like, bruh, you got me to talk only for you to say that. It's so annoying. But anyway, that is what I value most in friendships, just being there and being supportive. What has been the hardest goodbye for you? Oh, the hardest goodbye, I think I did mention in one of my previous videos with these voiceovers, was saying goodbye to a guy I was in a relationship with who was so good. He was the best partner I've ever had. And I was just like, why is it that the good ones have to go? Why is it that this good one has to go and all the douchebags that have been douchebagging are still around? Obviously we had to break up. But yeah, the hardest goodbye for me was letting him go. He had to go back to his home country, and that was hard for me, and I've been single since. And that was like last year, September. So almost a year now. A most embarrassing moment. Oof. Why is me reading this question embarrassing? I can't think of one now, but there are times when I'm in bed and I'm trying to sleep and I think of something very embarrassing and I just cringe. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't believe. Okay, no, I'm thinking of one now. So there was a time during my matric dance, right? And I had gotten the matric dance address wrong. So I had to call my friend to send me the location and actually explain to me how I get in the place and stuff like that. And then I don't know what had gotten into me. So there was a man who was helping us there, and I just couldn't get it right. I was like, please, I was telling my friend, I'm like, okay, please explain to this. And I was like, it sounds wrong to say this man, but what do I say? And I just ended up saying just this man. I was like, please explain to this man how I need to get there. And my dad literally just, was like, gentleman. That's how you say gentleman. I was like, oh yes, gentleman. Like I was under so much, like there's something about me when I'm under so much pressure, when I feel like I'm put on the spot, I say the wrong things. My brain doesn't work. It stops to work. It's so embarrassing. And that moment for me was embarrassing. I just felt sorry. And to this day, I just feel like if I could meet that guy again, I would literally apologize. But I did apologize at the time, but I also felt like, oh my goodness, how did I not think of the word gentleman? I was just like, please talk to this man, and it just sounded so rude. So yeah, that is embarrassing. But I've had many more, but I was just like, this is the first embarrassing moment that I I thought about. And then, do you believe in second chances? Or yes, I believe in second chances, third chances, fourth chances, fourth chances, fifth, sixth, whatever. Like, give as many chances as you can until you get tired. That is me. And judge me or not, like, I'm just that type of person. I will give you many chances until I am tired of you. My friends could tell me, why do you take so much nonsense from this person, like when they've done this to you and that and that and that and that. But until I am tired, I'm not gonna let you go, whether it's a friendship relationship or a romantic relationship or family relationships. There are people who just would abuse you over and over again, but until you are tired of them, give them chances. It's only fair for you and for them, I think. Then you know you won't attract people like that in the future, because you will know that you are really tired of such behaviors, you know. But yeah, we are coming to the end of the video, and these are the nails that I have had when going home from school. And while I was home, I received a package from Pretty Nails Uncut. I won a giveaway. I'm gonna link the video up in the cards because I'm about to film this video right now, right after recording this voiceover, and that video will be posted before this video, so I'm gonna link it in the cards, and please go watch it, give it a like, and I hope you enjoy. You guys, I am done with these nails. I did both my hands. I really love these nails. If you were paying attention, I actually ended up filing some of the nails like off because I just felt like the squiggles weren't squiggling. They were quite straight like this one, but I actually like these ones, so I just felt like they looked too similar, so I just went on and did more squiggles. I'm gonna go on with the Sheet Glam cuticle oil from Shein. If you have been watching my videos lately, you will know how much I have been using this lately, and I love it. I really love it. So yeah, if you've been watching this far, please leave a light bulb emoji to let me know that you have been watching this far. Also, let me know what you think about this nail set. I actually did both my hands because I am going home. I won't be around to be filming. I will be gone for like 2 weeks, so I just thought, let me just do a simple set that I'll be comfortable to have for 2 weeks. So I mean, it won't affect my filming. Oops, excuse that. It won't affect my posting schedule, rather, because I do have videos I filmed in advance. But yeah, I just thought, this is it. Let me just do something that, you know, is quite simple. But yeah, let me know what you think about this nail set. Do you think I could have improved it in any way? Give me constructive criticism in the comment section down below. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, honey, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.